The range had fallen completely still. 15 shots fired. 15 clean misses. Then, from the far end of the firing line, a quiet voice broke the tension. "Permission to attempt, sir." Heads turned. A few recruits laughed under their breath. The general lifted an eyebrow, amused, just stunned, because standing there wasn't a legendary sniper or a decorated sharpshooter. It was a woman, young, composed, dust on her boots, a steady fire in her eyes. Before I tell you what happened next, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. I always love seeing who's here. It was midsummer at Fort Benning. Heat shimmered across the range, thick and alive. One by one, a dozen recruits had failed to strike the 4,000-meter targeter. Brutal test reserved for only the best. General Mason stood with his arms folded as the final shooter stepped aside, sweat dripping from his chin, head shaking in defeat. Whispers spread through the crowd. Maybe the wind changed. Maybe the scopes were off. No one could make that shot. And then she stepped forward, Sergeant Alina Brooks, barely 5'6", as a quiet tide. Low murmurs followed her approach, not because she was unknown, but because she wasn't. Alina was the soldier who had once frozen during a night operation, the one removed from an elite sniper unit after her partner never returned. To most, she was a shadow of who she used to be, a silent figure keeping her head down, trying not to be noticed. But today felt different. General Mason's voice cut through the heat and dust. "Any snipers here, Army?" Silence until Alina answered, "Yes, sir." Her voice didn't waver. The general turned fully toward her as soldiers shifted, whispering behind cupped hands. Was she serious? He gave one short nod. "Then prove it." Alina dropped beside the rifle. Her movements were smooth, effortless, the kind only muscle memory can give. Years of cold nights on ridgelines lived in every adjustment. She checked the scope, read the wind, closed her eyes for a heartbeat longer than anyone expected. "Don't miss," someone muttered. She didn't react. One slow inhale, one controlled exhale. She fired. The round sliced through the heat-blurred air. For a long, unbearable moment, no one breathed. Then, dash ping, steel rang in the distance. A direct hit. Gasps, shouts. The range exploded with noise, but Alina wasn't finished. "3 more," she said quietly. The general's jaw tightened, but he didn't stop her. Second shot hit. Third hit. Fourth dead center, 4,000 meters. For flawless strikes. Even the wind seemed to stand still. When Alina rose, the general walked toward her, boots crunching through the dust. Disbelief charging the air. "Where did you learn to shoot like that, Sergeant?" he asked. She met his gaze. "From someone who didn't make it back, sir." The whispers vanished. The general's expression softened. Grief, recognition, maybe pride. He saluted her first. Every soldier followed. Later, after the crowd faded, Alina remained behind, eyes fixed on the distant steel. 4 perfect holes marked the target, but to her, they meant more than precision. They were redemption, closure, a quiet conversation with a ghost who once stood beside her on another range, in another life. She didn't cry. She only smiled a small, steady smile that said, "I came back." Because courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it speaks softly through a rifle scope and lands exactly where it should. And sometimes, the ones everyone doubts carry the calmest aim of all. If this story meant something to you, leave a comment and tell me which moment hit you hardest. And if you believe courage can return from silence, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful, true, and inspiring stories of bravery.